As much care and love as a Sonic movie, you can find plenty of hidden details and Easter eggs, like the ones you're about to discover in this video. Don't miss this race to secrets by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications so you don't miss anything about Sonic and Nintendo. Here you have the 25 secrets in the Sonic movie. The intro sound of Sega and its games is almost as famous as EA Sports' tagline. This sound couldn't appear exactly as it was in the Sonic movie, so in case you didn't notice, this was its representation. Much more elegant for the red carpet. When Sonic flees Eggman's robots among city buildings, he has time to strike a very special pose. This posture is a nod to the art created by the Sora and the Nintendo team for his appearance in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Nintendo Switch. Sonic is a hedgehog, and as a good animal, he loves animals. In his classic games, you see him rescuing animals across different levels. While he doesn't focus on saving creatures in the movie, he nods to this by rescuing a poor turtle crossing the road, giving it a short but thrilling ride, trauma included. Sega and Nintendo were once rivals, especially during the Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo era. Today, they're besties, and Mario and Sonic even share games. Still, Sonic throws a little shade at Super Mario in the movie. In a certain scene in the house, Sonic says with a very disgusted face that he hates mushrooms.
I hate mushrooms.
A funny jab considering mushrooms power up. Ironically, Mario also expresses dislike for mushrooms in his movie, showing they have more in common than you'd think. Movies look fantastic after CGI, but the reality on set is often quite different. For the Sonic movie, they used a creepy Sonic doll resembling the ugly Sonic design that was scrapped before release. For later films, they used more polished models that matched the characters' designs, though they still looked unsettling on set. When Sonic wakes up after the car accident, the first thing he says is, "Gotta go fast."
Gotta go fast!
A legendary catchphrase from the Sonic universe that even got its own theme song in the animated series, Sonic X.
Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast!
The sound that plays when Sonic grabs a ring to save Tom and Maddie is the same iconic sound effect from the games when Sonic collects a ring. Here, however, he grabs it with one of his quills. After the highway chase, Sonic celebrates with a little dance. Originally, it was a normal dance, but it was replaced with a popular Backpack Kid dance from Katy Perry's song, which became famous in games like Fortnite. Which do you prefer? The bed they build for Sonic when he finally stays to live with Tom and Maddie is a small race car, perfectly suited to his size. This is no coincidence, as in the character's comics, his bed also had the shape of a race car, very similar and also red. There was one scene in particular that surely touched the hearts of fans, a very special one. Near the end, when Tom and Maddie are fixing the house, a piano version of the Green Hill Zone theme can be heard. The bandana Sonic wears on his head while practicing with his nunchaku features a distinctive logo. If you look closely, you can see that it's the outer part of the logo from the distinctive logo. If you look closely, you can see that it's the outer part of the logo from the main menus of the Sonic games. The difference here is that the hedgehog is missing from the center and it's completely black, but it's exactly the same design. Knuckles didn't appear until the second Sonic movie, where the Echidna was the main enemy Sonic had to face. However, the Hedgehog had already had his share of trouble with this species. At the beginning of the first movie, a group of Echidnas can be seen trying to capture Sonic while he's still a baby, although Knuckles doesn't seem to be among them. In Sonic's hideout while he's living in the forest, you can see he has stolen a very special sign. It says Hilltop Road, which matches the name of the 5th stage in Sonic 2. Since Green Hill already exists in the movie, it's implied that the classic stages from the Sonic games are represented in some form in this movie's world. Sonic is a big fan of The Flash, the DC superhero known for his incredible speed. In the movie, you can see Sonic reading one of his comics. Beyond that, there's a scene that references another famous super speed superhero. The bar scene where Sonic starts altering things around him in slow motion is almost identical to Quicksilver's scene in X-Men. Sonic might be the movie where fans had the biggest influence in history. Its release was significantly delayed, and the reason was none other than this Ugly Sonic.
Meow?
Ugly Sonic was the first version of Sonic created for the movie. While it doesn't have an official name, we'll call it Ugly Sonic because, well, it was very, very ugly. Ugly Sonic became famous even after being replaced in the Sonic movie, making an appearance in the live-action Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie. When you leave Sonic idle in his classic games for a while, he'll wait and look at his wrist as if to say, "Hey, are you gonna move me or what?" In the movie, when Eggman fires a bunch of rockets at him on the rooftop, Sonic makes the same gesture, looking at his wrist and waiting, because for him, everything is moving too slowly. While Sonic and Tom are at the hotel, the TV briefly shows some programs playing in fast forward. One of them is the animated short Gopher Broke, a production created by the same director. He decided to include it in the Sonic movie as a little Easter egg for the sharp-eyed viewers. The Sonic movie was transformed thanks to fans, and the clearest proof is this character.
Gotta go fast.
His name is Sanic, which, alongside the real Sonic and Ugly Sonic, forms the perfect trio for the movie's success. Sanic was born as an internet meme through YouTuber OnyxHeart, who created a video on how to draw Sonic in Microsoft Paint. From that moment, Sanic has been used to mock any fan art or game modification attempts that end in disaster. In the Sonic movie, the town drunk claims to have seen a blue demon. He draws it on paper, and it turns out to look exactly like Sanic. But this isn't the first time the Sanic meme has become real in the Sonic universe. It also appeared as a t-shirt design in the video game Sonic Forces. If Sonic were discovered and had to flee to another world to survive, he carries a map with his main travel destinations, some of them based on his various adventures. You can spot the Sega Saturn logo, Mushroom Hill, where Eggman ends up at the end of the movie, and an area resembling the concept art from the first Sonic game. It also includes his home island and the Blue Sphere bonus world. The rest of the map is a bit blurry, but it also shows the Chaos Emerald, which appears in several Sonic games. If mushrooms are the power-up food for Mario, hot dogs are what gives Sonic his energy. They're his favorite food. In the bar scene, you can see him eating them 2 at a time while time slows down. He even conjures one of these treats using all his powers at the end of Sonic 2. The Green Hill shown in the Sonic movie is a 3-dimensional recreation of the iconic zone from his early games, even featuring the loopings. This area belongs to South Island, where Sonic lives, and even featured the classic sunflowers from the game. You can see one of these in the scene where baby Sonic shows a sunflower to Longclaw. When the power goes out in Robotnik's lab, one of the fuses is labeled Badniks, the name of Eggman's robotic minions in the games. In the movie, even though they don't have faces, it's assumed this refers to the drones that chase Sonic. After failing, Eggman is banished to a remote place in the universe from which he seemingly can't return. Or, well, he can, but not in this movie. The place is Mushroom Hill, which first appeared in the games in Sonic and Knuckles, serving as a small teaser for what's to come in Sonic 2. The movie's credits have a very distinctive style, mimicking the look of Sonic's classic games. There's even a moment where the camera angle shifts to a rear perspective, referencing the bonus stages from Sonic 2. Tails appears at the end of the movie in a post-credit scene, teasing what happens in Sonic 2. Tails' design also went through several changes between the first and second movies. Initially, his eyes were smaller, then they were made larger, and finally, they added a backpack. Since this fox doesn't wear pants with pockets, they needed a way to explain where he carries all his gadgets. Keep running towards these videos full of secrets and Easter eggs that we've left for you here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next ones. Thanks for watching. See you next time!